All right, so this question is from the chapter of mechanics again, and the topic is the topic of momentum. But the question is very tricky one, and you will have to apply yourself to be able to identify the problem. So the problem is like this. Okay, let me just tell you the problem first. So you have a vehicle which is of 600 kgs. Okay, so this is the mass of the vehicle. It is moving with a velocity of 15 meter per second, and a 400 Newton force is applied on this particular body for a period of say 20 seconds. Okay, then after 20 seconds it is acted on by a force of 40 newtons for 20 seconds. Okay, this is the initial velocity of the body uh, to start with. Okay, so this was the starting velocity, right? So I will call it u. Okay, and you applied 400 newtons to it for a period of 20 seconds, right? And then you, question number one, so I hope you understand the problem. You have applied the two forces continuously, one after another, for 20 seconds and then 20 seconds, right? So this is the way you have done this. The question is, question number one, what is the initial momentum of the body? So I think this is no brainer, right? You have a body which is moving at 15 meter per second. So P initial is equal to M into U is equal to 600 into 15 is equal to 9,000 kilogram meter per second. Okay, this is it. 9,000 is the, so that's one. Second is, you have to explain this situation with the help of a force time graph. Okay, so it's a force time graph, not very difficult, right? So you know force, and so you have applied the force for a period of 20 seconds and you have applied 400 newtons. So say 400 newtons is somewhere here. So this is 400 newtons and you have applied this for a period of 20 seconds. So this is 5, 10, 15, 20. Maybe this is 20, right? So let's say 10, 20, 30 and 40. So this is 400 newtons applied for 20 seconds, which is this. And then you have applied 40 newtons. So this particular force, right? So this remains constant throughout. This remains constant throughout for a period of 20 seconds. And then it becomes 1/10. Okay, so from 20 second onwards, the force becomes 1/10. So assume this is 400 Newton. So 40 will reside somewhere here, right? So the force therefore becomes, for next 20 seconds, this is how it looks like, right? So this is the force time situation. The 400 Newton force is withdrawn at the end of the 20 second, and then 20 Newton force comes into picture. So I can also draw this line like this, right? So this first 20 second is 400 Newton, and then you have 40 Newton force, right? So far so good. But now comes the tricky part, right? The tricky part is third. The third question is the tricky part. Why is it a tricky part? Because now you have to calculate the final momentum of the body. Final momentum of the body. Now, how do you propose to do the final momentum with the help of the given information? That's a conceptualization process that you need to think about, right? So if you look at the question is clearly from the chapter of momentum. There is a change in momentum, there is an application of force, there is a time period which is involved, 20 seconds and 20 seconds, and there is an initial velocity, right? But if you look into this whole thing, this particular part, the part A, what does it tell you? The area under the curve. Now I'm taking the conceptualization to the next level. I know it's change in momentum, but change in momentum can be calculated in multiple ways. One is, of course, it is P final minus P initial is equal to MV minus MU. But in this question, the conceptualization has been done, but the category of the concept belongs to what? It belongs to F into T, right? That also is change in momentum. F into T, force into time, is also the change in momentum, right? So this is the category. You can calculate the change in momentum through multiple ways. So this is one. Now if I look into the first part, this is 400 Newton into 20. So the force into time is 400 into 20 is equal to 8,000, right? So this is 8,000 Newton second. Okay, you applied a force of 800,000, not force, you have imparted a momentum of 8,000 Newton to a body which was moving with this velocity, right? So this is a change in its momentum. The F into T gives you delta P. What was the initial momentum? The initial momentum was this much, 9,000 kilogram. What is the final momentum then? The final momentum is equal to the initial momentum, which is about 9,000 plus, all right. So I think there is an error which I have done. This should be 400, right? So this mass, no, this is okay. So this is mass into velocity, fair enough. 600 into 15. I think I've done it correctly. 9,000 mass into u, right? And then of course you have to find the this is your initial momentum, and the addition in momentum is another 8,000, right? So this becomes 8,000. So at the end of 20 seconds, the total momentum you have is 17,000 kilogram meter per second, right? This Newton second is one and the same thing. Now another force has been applied, which is 40 Newton for a period of 20 seconds. So therefore the change in momentum because of the second force, which is the 40 Newton force for a period of 20 seconds, is given by 800, right? Which is 40 is the force and it applied for 20. So I'm using this concept, F into T. A lot of times students in NEET exam and JEE mains and West Bengal JEE BITSAT, Telangana engineering entrance, and the Andhra Pradesh engineering entrance and many other exams forget to apply F into T. And that's why I did this question again as a recall, so that if you get a question where you have change in momentum but normal values are not available to you, but force and time are there, use this instead of. So this is a category, change in momentum is equal to F into T. That's a point you must remember. Now you have reached 800 as the momentum, of course kilogram meter per second, and your total momentum now, right? You started with 17,000. So your total momentum after the end of 40 seconds, 20 second and 20 second, is 17,000 plus 800 is equal to 17,800. The question is, what is the final momentum of the body? This is your final momentum of the body. Now if you're asked what is the final velocity of the body, which started with 15, right? What will you do? Your final momentum is 17,800. You started with 600 and the final velocity, right? So these two go, 6 2s are 12, so left with 58. So 178 divided by 6. Okay, 6 2s are 12, and then you have 58, so roughly around 30, right? 29 point maybe 5 meter per second, right? So the velocity actually almost doubled in terms of ratio. From 15 it became a velocity of 29.5. So the point I'm trying to hammer to you is you have to do conceptualization, which is, okay, this was a change in momentum question or a momentum question. But the second step is categorization. How do you categorize it? Like change in momentum is also force into T, and they also asked you to draw F into T graph, which is a great hint from their side, the question making people, as to what should be the approach and strategy for the question. So I think this part was pretty mathematical. The initial momentum was known, and then you started applying the F into T part to the initial momentum and added all of them to reach to the final momentum. So I hope this helped you. I have a long big playlist on mechanics and momentum and rotational motion. Please don't forget to watch it. Before you do that, please do watch the playlist on kinematics. A lot of questions from integration, differential, calculus are available, and these are the questions which you will see in your entrance examination too. So these are not ordinary questions, but very good quality questions that I've done for your benefit. So thank you very much, and wait for my next video.